our Youth of the Year competition. This is our team competition. Before we get started, I want to say about these candidates and their journey, that even though this is a competition, they've been nothing but supportive to each other. You wouldn't even know that there was any kind of competition happening. Their progression from their first day of practice to now, I've seen tremendous difference and tremendous improvements. I'm very proud of them, and I honestly feel like any one of them as well would be great Youth of the Year. So the judges have their work cut out for them, and I'm going to introduce to you who the judge is. The first man, I don't believe he needs any introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyway. He is our police chief, Chief Carley. He has been on our board of directors since 2013, and so he has been very instrumental in providing direction to where our club has headed and what we have achieved. So thank you, Chief Carley. Our next judge is Wendy Nichols. Wendy's family has provided the scholarship for tonight's winner, and so she is the judge of the competition, and as well she is the wife of Jay Yurts, who is the city treasurer. And also importantly too is she's an educator over at Sierra Vista, the new Kinney Charter School, not new, but newly named school. Thank you for being here. We have a new judge this year. Her name is Michelle Strand. Michelle owns I-80 Forklift, and she is an advocate for youth and health and nutrition, and so we welcome her tonight. She's been invaluable to us. Thank you, Michelle. And last but not least, we have Mr. Clarence Williams. A lot of us in the club have seen Clarence before because he is a big club supporter. One of the reasons why is because in his youth he attended a Boys and Girls Club in San Francisco. So he's a club alumni. Today he's the owner of Vacaville Dodge Chrysler and Jeep, and our good friend Clarence Williams. I'm going to step away now and introduce our program director, Josh, who has been working with our candidates and preparing for tonight. So Josh Foreman, program director.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? My name is Josh Foreman. I'm the program director at Golden Vacaville Boys and Girls Club. Most of that Trower. If you've been to Trower, you've probably seen them. Since 1947, the Youth of the Year has been the premier program for just showing off our teens who show excellence in what we care most about the club. Sorry, I made the biggest faux pas of not printing it out. The Vacaville Neighborhood Boys and Girls Club has been doing this competition yearly since 2003. Each year, we select one exceptional club member, and they're selected to be the national or Vacaville Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year. After that, they go on to compete in state or regional and state and national. They and every step gives them more opportunities, more scholarships, and it's an excellent opportunity. To achieve the title Youth of the Year, members must embody the values of leadership, service, academic excellence, and healthy lifestyles. Youth of the Year serves as both an ambassador of the Boys and Girls Club and is a strong voice for all of the nation's youth. They exemplify the critical impact that Boys and Girls Club have on our local youth and around all of us. This program really gives our youth with the best characteristics that you want to find in teens, and sometimes that's being very humble, so they don't really have the voice that others have. So this is a great program that uplifts them, shows them off a little bit, gives them more confidence to tell people what they believe, what they think, and spread their ideas. So now we have a video that hypes up the program a bit, and hit it, Mr. Travis. And coming up next is our team coordinator, Miss Tor, or Victoria.
All right, good evening, everybody. As you may know, the time has come again where we welcome these great teams into these wonderful chambers. Being part of Youth of the Year has created many opportunities for these young but someday future adults. Being a part of Youth of the Year has given them a chance for their voice to be heard and for their club members to also hear their voice as well. This gives a chance for the younger generation to be able to say, hey, I am here and I do want to step up for our youth. This opens many doors to receive recognition, possibly at state, regional, and on a national level. This accomplishment comes with responsibilities that they are all aware of. These responsibilities are not only a voice, but they take on a role as being a role model for the youth, the club, and the community. Now to begin, I would like to give you some fun facts about our first candidate. Her name is Anna Karen Sanabria. Anna Karen loves babysitting and being around children. She loves doing makeup as well as others' makeup as well. She says if it makes them feel good, then why not apply it? She loves to make her peers laugh, and she also loves to create memories. She also loves to volunteer in her community, and being helpful is one of her passions. Please welcome Anna Karen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Anna Sanabria. I'm 18 years old, and I'm a senior at Oakville High School. I've been a club kid since I was 6 years old, but actually started participating when I was 13 years old or so. Before the club, I was in a state of depression. My grandma had just left Mexico. She was my best friend, the person I can trust. Having a big family, my grandma was the person who would always motivate me to be somebody. At some point, I had a lack of support from my parents. They would never go to any special events where I would get recognized. I don't blame them. They've always helped me with many overcomings. They've always been hardworking. My grandma, she was the one who always supported me. Her absence hit me hard, emotionally and physically. I had no energy to get up out of bed because I knew I wasn't going to go shopping or even to her house where we had family get-togethers and parties. I didn't know how it felt to be in a state of depression until she left. Her absence impacted me a lot, not only in that way. I wasn't the child I was before. My grades, they fell to a very bad point where I had to catch up on a lot of schoolwork. She was always the first to be concerned about me. At some point, I got tired of being depressed because my grandma wouldn't want to see me in this situation. That's when I joined the club. The place for staff like Miss Anna, Tori, Josh, Travis, showed me support. Many activities that the club has helped me, and I've helped the club. One of them being the Thanksgiving dinner, where we serve dinner to club and community families. The Christmas toy drive, where we gave kids toys, books, and gift cards to those who weren't going to be able to get something for Christmas. Seeing their facial expressions made me realize that I, along with my peers, can make someone's day and a snap. National Night Out, where we all had a block party with food and games. We all came in celebration of our neighbors coming together to be safe. Another fun activity I participated in was a Rocky Hill Trail, where we worked to get the trail paved and have it be safer. Not only that, but I was able to join Reach and Aware. I got got better at doing presentations, and I also competed in the 2015 Youth of the Year. The summer intern program, the last activity that I will always remember, where I helped staff with projects and field trips with the little kids. Without the club, I wouldn't have the friends I have made over the years. I would have a better connection with my community. My leadership skills have improved a lot. I've been able to join new organizations. Not only that, but they've improved my skills for school. They've given me ways to study. And if I have any problems with students or teachers, they've given me a way to talk to them. College tour. If I wouldn't have been chosen to go to college tour, I would have never been able to choose my dream college, UC Irvine, where I would continue my study for criminal justice after my 2 years at Solano Community College. The amount of support the staff give the club youth is the best. I know I can come to the club and talk to the staff if I ever need advice or help on homework. The club is my second home, where I can feel safe, not be judged. I'm proud to say I'm a club kid. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce to you Sergio Maciel. Before he comes down, I would like to give you some fun facts as well. Sergio is a DJ on his spare time. Members at the club compare him to Dr. Dre for having some of the sickest beats. He has a passion for computer science and electrical engineering. Sergio is also into politics. We can definitely learn a thing or two from this kid. Sergio has also been shown to be an open book. He's always willing to talk to everyone and anyone, especially when it's a friend who needs a leaning shoulder.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sergio Maciel. I am currently 15 years old and a sophomore attending Wolseywood High School. I've been a club member for 5 years now, and I am now serving as the Boys and Girls Club Keystone President, the team program we have at the Boys and Girls Club that teaches us about the importance on leadership and community service. I've been a club member for 95 years now, and I became a member at the age of 9, and I truly wish I became a member at an earlier age. The Boys and Girls Club opened many doors for me. My social skills became a lot better, my positive energy grew, and my confidence was greatly improved. I also was able to make a ton of new friends, which I now call my second family. The Boys and Girls Club is and will always be there for me, and the thought of that will always bring a smile on my face. The Boys and Girls Club has shown me how unique our community is. It has shown me how diverse and distinct individuals are here at home and all across the nation. They help me see how humanity functions, and that all of our differences are what causes our world to go round and round. I remember meeting poor and wealthy people through my club experiences. I've met people that come from very different backgrounds and who hold different morals, values, and beliefs. But I also noticed that there is a lot of similarities we share between all of us, as a community, as a nation, and as a world. We all dream, we all have some type of story that belongs to only us, and we all want to be at some type of peace. The Boys and Girls Club is filled with kids, teens, and staff who hold different identities and dress in an original way. We all get along just great and accept and respect each other's beliefs, identities, looks, and morals. We all want to be recognized, we all want to be happy, and we all want to live our lives. For example, one of my favorite staff, or former staff, Team Organo, Derek Organo, the former team coordinator of Keystone Club, and I had very different views on certain topics, but I still consider him to be my brother from another mother. Because of the club's efforts to open up my mind, I now see the general public as how I should have before. The club helped me see diversity in a more clear and positive way. If I can say the best thing the club has given me is the knowledge of understanding how important unlike personalities are, and how the personalities we carry help us recognize that we are all leaders who have the potential to lead ourselves. The youth is the reason that makes the world function. The Boys and Girls Club changed my life, and it will forever stay that way. As National Youth of the Year, I will hope to get my story heard and take a stronger foundation that will help me change the lives of others, educate those that are against diversity, and help others recognize their unique identities. Because without the identities the youth carries, the world will not be the same. Thank you.
Telling you guys we have a group of very passionate kids. Our next person up is Nayeli Guerrero. She loves photography. She says it captures moments that can last forever. She loves being able to help in any way. Reading is a secret passion of hers, and her favorite food is pizza.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nayeli Quirocano, and I am a sophomore at Vacaville High School. I was raised by both of my parents, my mom and dad, and grew up alongside my younger sister. I remember around the ages of 9 to 10, my parents constantly working, never being home. I remember my father leaving from early as 5 o'clock in the morning and not coming back as late as 11 o'clock at night. I remember my parents never coming to many school gatherings, such as many conferences, many other things that were important to me as a child. This is one of many reasons that now at this age, I think it's very important that every child spends as much time with their parents as possible. I had problems growing up, but the problems began to fade away when I was around the age of 12. However, this soon changed as of last year towards November. One night, when my mom was coming home on her way to her car, she had seen that her car window had been broken. She had seen that everything, including her purse, had been taken from that vehicle. My mother that night lost over $5,000. I remember sitting in a corner with my younger sister crying when my parents came home, telling us what had happened. My parents struggled very much to make that money up. I remember my parents crying constantly for over a week, debating on whether they had to pay the phone bill or whether they had to buy food that day. My dad during that time tried best to comfort my mom, although it didn't work very much. My dad kept telling my mom everything was going to be okay and that everything was going to be resolved. My mother didn't believe it. Growing up, me and my sister didn't have a whole lot. I remember living in a garage for a while. I remember my sister being treated poorly because of how small she was or because she couldn't talk right. The club has helped me tremendously overcome many fears, like public speaking. But the club staff have helped me with my grades and my education, Miss Josephina specifically. She has helped me go from my poor elementary school grades to better grades that will help me get into a good college and that will help me achieve my dreams. Many things have happened, and I was given the opportunity earlier this year to be in charge of a program called Drama Matters that doesn't just help the children with their confidence and speaking in front of people, but gives them the ability to express themselves in many different ways. I am proud to say that I am a club kid, and I want to explain what happens when you don't do things right, like not taking your education seriously. And this is something I wanted to contribute to the youth. Thank you.
Last but not least, we have Jacqueline Holbert. She goes by the nickname Jack Jack from the movie Incredibles. She is very proud of her grades, which she should be. She has a 4.0 average. She loves spicy food, even though myself, and I'm pretty sure her parents have told her she cannot eat those. This girl's definitely ready for college. Congrats, Mom and Dad, your baby girl did it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jacqueline Destiny Holbert, and I'm 18, and I'm currently a senior at Buckingham Charter Magnet High School. Once upon a time, there was a 12-year-old girl who got abused and raped by a 50-year-old man. Both her parents died at a very young age and was put into the foster system. She gave birth to a baby girl. The baby girl was extremely sick and had an ear infection and couldn't breathe. The mom didn't want to give up her baby, but she knew that she had to because she couldn't raise a baby. So she gave her baby up for adoption. A couple was looking for a baby and decided to adopt a baby girl. They looked into her file, they read her story, and even though they read her story, they still wanted to adopt her. She was moved to her grandparents' house where she was staying there. She got adopted out at 9 months. She had a welcome party with her loving parents and her new family. 2 older brothers. This little girl grew up not having the life that a lot of kids had. She had a reading disability, a writing disability, and also the fact that she was African American. That was hard on her. And also waking up every single morning realizing that, why did my mom give me up? What was the reason? That was the hardest for her. Elementary was not easy for her, or middle school. Her grades fell. She had anger problems, short temper, and was put into a program called RSP where they teach you how to read and write. She closed everybody up, put her walls up, and didn't want to talk to anybody. She decided to go to the Boys and Girls Club in the 8th grade, where she met her, what she called a second family. One staff that she looked up to like a sister was Tori. Tori was able to help her with her homework, her leadership skills, and come out of her shell. If it wasn't for the Boys and Girls Club, this little girl wouldn't grow up to be a young, beautiful African American. She was also Keystone president for 2 years, where she got to run meetings and also do events like Thanksgiving dinner, a Christmas drive. She also, when she got into high school, she was really involved with her leadership group and also became the president of her own club called Social Awareness, where she helped kids open up about what's going on with the world. And that little girl is me. And even though my 18 years have not been roses, I am a very confident African American, and I will be attending Norfolk State University in the fall of 2017, and will be getting my master and my bachelor and my doctor, and wanting to be a CEO of Boys and Girls Club. Thank you.
I'm looking forward to retirement, Jackie, so I'm gonna hold you to that. So, at this time, though, I do want to ask another speaker to come up while the judges continue to work on their scores. We had a youth of the year this year, for 2016, actually, this past year. And I've had the privilege and honor of working with her. She's someone that I've gotten to know better because we've been on a lot of car rides together to meetings and events. And she's someone that has really surprised and amazed me how much she's grown and how much she's been willing to share. So at the beginning of her journey as Youth of the Year was fun, right, Gracie? I would sometimes take her out of school to attend some of these events, and the car rides for me were the best. Those were times where we talked and she would open up to me, and I learned a lot about her. And of course, we would talk about her speech, what she was going to talk about, what she was going to share, what kind of occasion it was, so that she would be prepared. So fast forward to maybe halfway through the year when she didn't even need me to do that anymore because she had grown as such a speaker. And so I would just ask her, Grace, we have this event, can you make it with me? And then of course she would check with her family, and when she did, that's all I had to say. I didn't have to prep her anymore because she always became prepared. And anything that went out of her mouth was the right thing to say, and I know that it came from her heart. So she has become quite an accomplished and polished speaker, and she has actually taken this program up, like, quite a few notches. You've raised the bar, Gracie, and you have represented us so well in 2016. I'm so proud that you were our Youth of the Year for 2016. And so Gracie is going to come up here and give us her farewell speech. Gracie,
Santa is definitely right. Car rides are a great way to be stuck in a car and tell someone all about your experiences. So, I first want to start off by saying, what can you accomplish in 1 year? There's 365 days, there's 12 months, and there's 8,760 hours. That's a lot of time to accomplish a lot of amazing things. You could go to college, you could get a job, you could get married, you could have a baby. There are a plethora of things that you can accomplish in 1 year. For me, I have accomplished more than I ever have in my entire life in this year. When I was last here, it was exactly 1 year ago when I was 15 and a sophomore. I was scared and excited to begin my journey as Youth of the Year. But I had a lot of problems living in the past. Most of my life, I brought my past into my present, which eventually affected my future. I let it control my life, and I was haunted by the ghosts of my past, people, the places, and the experiences, and they shaped the way that my morals are today. This year was a year of reflection and trying to desperately understand who am I. My reflection began when I first started speaking at a few events as Youth of the Year. I wanted to assure everyone that I am confident enough in myself to represent other women who had been going through the problems that I had been going through as well. I finally realized that I had a gift, and it was that I could speak in front of crowds easily. It was like all of my anxiety just melted away. Throughout this year, I have worked with the greatest mentor and woman that I have ever known, Susan Schwartz. She's right there. Together we have worked on my confidence and self-value. She's like the best ever. So she's the one person that I can always count on. And because of her, I've been able to grow a lot as a person. This has been the most valuable year for me as reflection and accomplishments. To the participants of this year's Youth of the Year competition, I truly wish you the best. It takes all of the confidence in the world to get up on this podium and pour out your heart to a panel. Your stories are very valuable, and they all mean everything to each and every single one of you. So I just want you to know that hard work pays off, and this title is about hard work. It does not mean just for the title, I mean it's to accomplish everything that you need to accomplish. You can do anything if you work hard enough for it. And if there's anything that I've learned at all from this year, it's that the past is the past for a reason. And you have to work hard to make it fully something. Thank you.
do you see what I mean? So thank you so much, Gracie, for representing us well and for being the youth voice that we needed this past year. Our judges have stepped out and they are rounding up their scores, and we will be back probably in about 5 minutes to announce who our Youth of the Year is. Not sure how much refreshments are left in the foyer, but now is a great time to stretch your legs.